Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with the attack line for Wednesday, November 28th, 2012. Let's kick off with the Billboard number ones. Well, it's a Billboard double, as Rihanna not only is still number one this week on the Hot 100 with Diamonds for the second week in a row, but after 7 albums, she finally gets her first Billboard number one album in the top 200, debuting at number one this week with Unapologetic. So, big week for her. And Rihanna is the first artist to have both the number one album and the number one single in the same week in 2012 since Adele did it back in February when 21 was still number one, and also when Set Fire to the Rain was also number one. Speaking of Adele and 21, this week officially 21 has joined the Diamond Club. That means it sold 10 million copies. And in my mind, a lot of people are saying this is probably one of the last albums to sell 10 million. Because in this music industry, in this industry, people sell hundreds. You'd be lucky if it goes gold. You know, if it sells 500,000, that's like a big achievement these days. That's like the biggest achievement you can get in music now is going gold. Platinum is just so far and in between. But 10 million, that's like 10 times platinum? That's like more impossible. But for Adele to do it is huge. It's been almost 2 years since the album's release. 3 number one singles and of course 6 Grammys. So congrats to Adele for 10 million in sales for 21. And of course big congrats to Rihanna, whose number one album and single with Unapologetic debuting after 7 albums, finally a number one album. And of course her 12th number one single, which was last week, now 2 weeks in a row for her song Diamonds. Now, a couple of albums debuted in the top 5 this week, including Phillips' album and also Kid Rock's new album. Now, I'll get to Kid Rock and some tour news from him in a moment. But one artist was not in the top 5, Nicki Minaj. Of course, she reissued Pink Friday, releasing Pink Friday Woman Reloaded, the re-up. It sold somewhat of an impressive 36,000 copies, landing back in the top 40. But she could have sold a lot more if it was sold at Target and Walmart. She claims that Target and Walmart, on an interview today, she's mad at Target and Walmart for not selling her album. Apparently, Target and Walmart are making, well, Target's claiming that the reason why they're not stocking reissued, and I noticed that when I went to Target last week, I did notice that Nicki Minaj wasn't at Target. But I did sell at Maya today. Anyway, it's at Maya, but in FIE, but some stores wasn't carrying it, like I said, including Target and Walmart. Target claims didn't sell the Nicki Minaj reissue because reissues of albums don't sell well. When you reissue an album doesn't sell well. That's some of the same excuse Walmart was hinting towards, but Walmart said it's because there was no edited version available. Because, of course, American Walmarts sell edited CDs. Yet Canadian Walmarts sell explicit. I went to a Canadian Walmart. They sell explicit. Stupid. Anyway, so there you go. Nicki Minaj, not only the news for dissing Target and Walmart for not selling her album and helping it not sell well, but also steaming at Steven Tyler, who had to apologize today following a comment he made during an interview when Steven Tyler was talking about the new American Idol judges last week. That he gave Minaj and the rest of her new Idol cohorts, talking about the panel doing a conversation with MTV. He said during his comment, I know that they've got something going on the judges panel, and it shouldn't be that. It should just be the opposite. They should have something going on what is called camaraderie. They should have something going on so thick and so beautiful they can lay it over the new talent and be booked itself. But when he talked about Minaj, dissing Minaj, he said, these kids, they just got out of a car from the Midwest somewhere in New York City. They're scared to death. You're not going to get the best. If it was Bob Dylan, Nicki Minaj would have had him sent to the cornfield. Whereas if it was Bob Dylan with us, we would have bought the best out of him, as we did with Philip. Just saying. Well, Steven Tyler had to apologize for his comment, and he continued it. But Nicki Minaj saw it as a racist joke, saying on Twitter, "LOL, let's make him a shirt that says no colors allowed." Then escort him down to Barbara Walters so they can tell how he was threatened with guns. Of course, talking about Barbara Walters talking to Mariah Carey. But on a Canadian talk show, Steven Tyler did apologize, saying, "I apologize if it was taken wrong, Nikki, but I'm the farthest thing from being a racist. I am the last thing on this planet as far as being a racist." I don't know where she got that out of me saying that. I'm not sure how she would have judged Bob Dylan. Because cornfield, South. So there you go. Steven Tyler misunderstood dissing Nicki Minaj. So there you go. But at least he got something in common. The albums ain't selling. Maybe they're both publicity stunts. Anyway, but that's Nicki Minaj dissing Target in Walmart while being dissed and apologized to by Steven Tyler. Now, speaking of people hating on stores, today the Black Keys announced they settled a lawsuit between them and Home Depot and Pizza Hut because this past June that they filed a copyright infringement lawsuit against Home Depot and Pizza Hut for copying their song "Lonely Boy Ain't Going to the Ceiling" in a Pizza Hut commercial and a Home Depot commercial. Although I didn't see anything about them suing Lee's Jeans. Maybe Lee's Jeans was as permission. Maybe that's what they're suing Pizza Hut and Home Depot because they didn't ask them like Lee's. But they did settle the lawsuits today with Pizza Hut and Home Depot. According to the Associated Press, the brand's lawyers did tell an LA-based federal judge that the group had settled with Pizza Hut on Monday and Home Depot last month. No terms of the settlements. And formal dismissals of these charges are expected to be filed in January, citing court documents. So there you go. Black Keys settled their differences with Home Depot and Pizza Hut. Or that called Pizza Slut. Now, I mentioned, of course, doing Billboard charts that, of course, Kid Rock debuted in the top 5 this week with Rebel Soul. Well, Kid Rock announced late last night that he's announcing the first couple dates of his Rebel Soul tour. Set to kick off in February. He'll be touring with, of course, his Twisted Brown Trucker Band and opening acts, including Buck Cherry. But unfortunately, no Detroit there yet. The nearest city near Detroit is Kentucky. But you know Kid Rock, he's not going to skip Detroit. He's probably going to wait for a summer show. Probably like a couple shows at DTE or shows at America Park like he did last year. Because he didn't tour this year in Detroit besides the one show at the Fox with the DSO. So there you go. Kid Rock announcing his tour, but probably announcing a Detroit date later. So there you go. Now, on with some wrestling news, starting with some rumors about what they're going to do with the whole John Cena Dolph Ziggler situation. Now, their feud, I say it's not over yet. Because we saw what happened on Monday with Cena beating Ziggler in a decent matchup on Monday. But it's still weird to have that match on Raw. It had not having it on TLC. We're gonna have another match, a singles match. Because I kind of predicted that it would be I said, would it be weird if Dolph Ziggler would have a ladder match with John Cena with his Money in the Bank on the line? Well, that's what they're maybe doing. Maybe enhancing the storyline by putting up Dolph's Money in the Bank contract or Vicky's contract. So maybe do something with that storyline the next couple of weeks. Maybe putting up one of those two at stake. Either Vicky's contract or Dolph's Money in the Bank. Maybe probably in a ladder match at TLC. I smell like mixed tag. You're reading a lot of moves about this Ziggler-Cena feud building up and how they're going to help build it up with adding some stipulation in their matches if they do have a match at TLC. So there you go. And also, tonight, big night for lottery. Michigan here, we get the Powerball. I don't know what other states do the Powerball. I know it's like a multi-state lottery, but I don't know what states participate in Powerball. But I got my Powerball ticket. The Powerball is $500 million tonight. Man, it's crazy. But anyway, I got my ticket, even though there's probably no chance in hell of me winning it, but I got it anyway. But there's not just those games, the Powerball game, Mega Millions games. there was also, of course, the scratch-offs. And sooner or later, in the next couple of weeks and months, you're probably going to go into a drugstore or some sort of gas station and look at the lottery tickets and probably see a TNA lottery ticket. Yep, TNA just signed a deal with a lottery company to make lottery tickets worldwide. And I saw like an example of Bobby Roode. So probably gets like a Bobby Roode lottery card, Jeff Hardy. I wish WWE would do one. Because I think WWE lottery tickets would sell better than TNA. Because TNA is the secondary league. But they always do like a second chance drawing for all the losers in lottery. And for TNA's second chance, they're going to offer trips to the Impact Zone. And be on air. They're desperate for talent these days. But anyway, so there you go. TNA Impact lottery tickets coming soon. Now, on with Modern Family tonight. Yes, it wasn't on last week, but now it's back tonight. Now, the last episode, which was 2 weeks ago, was a decent one, and I'm looking forward to seeing Modern tonight after not seeing it last week because of Thanksgiving week. It's great to see Modern tonight at 9, 8 Central on ABC. That is it for my Atakline for today. Thank you all very much for watching. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you again. See you later. Yeah.